Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Roshel Kaisa. So for today's video is another educational vlog. Educational vlog because we are going to talk about osmosis and we are going to conduct some fun experiments. So please keep on watching. So what is osmosis? Osmosis is a process which allows liquid to pass through a semi-permeable membrane from high concentration to low concentration solvent. A semi-permeable membrane is a layer which only allows a certain molecule to pass through, including the water molecules. And now let's move to the most awaited part of this video, the highlight of this vlog, which is the experiment time. But first, we're going to make some transformation. So these are the things that we need in conducting the experiment. Of course, the eggs. So we are going to observe the osmosis or the process of osmosis by using these eggs. And of course, a glass container. Next is vinegar and food coloring.
Since I wasn't able to find any corn syrup, I looked for an alternative.
Since we don't have any corn syrup here, we will use this pancake syrup or orange soda instead. And now, the exciting part starts here. So we are going to put this egg inside the glass container. Just be careful. After putting the egg inside the glass container, we are going to pour the vinegar. And now we are done putting the egg and the vinegar together inside the glass container. So let us wait for 2 days and observe what's gonna happen.
After a few minutes, you can see now that the egg is already reacting. There are bubbles formed which makes the egg flip, turn, and float. As our egg is soaked in the vinegar, the shell will slowly dissolve. When the membrane is already exposed, the water molecules in the vinegar travels to fill the inside of the egg. After a couple days, let us now pour the vinegar out.
Now, this is how the egg looks like after being soaked in the vinegar for a couple days. As you can see, it became bigger comparing to its original size.
From 3.5 inches to 4 inches. The membrane of the egg is already exposed. As you can see guys, the egg is already squishy and bouncy.
And now for our experiment number 2, we will use this pancake syrup to take the water or the water molecules out of the egg. Let's get started. Put the egg inside the glass. Put some pancake syrup or maple syrup and leave it overnight.
We need to use an old spoon just to fully submerge the egg. You can notice that the egg is getting smaller. When our egg is placed in the syrup, the water travels through the membrane and into the syrup because the syrup has few water molecules but lots of sugar molecules. The water leaves the egg and went into the syrup, which causes the egg to shrink. After 24 hours, it's time to take the egg out of the syrup. As you can see guys, the syrup became less viscous than the usual.
Now this is how it looks like. As you can see guys, the vinegar and the other liquid inside the egg has been removed.
Obviously guys, the egg is not bouncy anymore.
And for our experiment number 3, we're going to take the water back inside the egg.
In just few minutes, you can definitely see the changes. The egg started to increase its size again as the water passes through the membrane into our egg.
This is how the egg looks like after being soaked in a water with the food coloring. As you can see guys, the change in color is very visible. And it already became bigger because the liquid is back inside the egg.
When we placed our egg into the colored water, the water moves through the membrane and fills the egg. And that's how osmosis works. Like balancing the proportions of molecules. The egg is squishy and bouncy again. Thanks for watching. I hope that you have learned something today.